Okay guys, so I am back with not a tutorial, but a kind of Faves video. I wanted to talk about what I use on my skin as far as getting that perfect natural foundation look. This is my foundation routine, or my favorite and least favorite foundations. So if you're interested to find out what I do to get this look right here, this glow, stay tuned. Okay, I'm not going to go into skincare in this particular video, but I'm just going to kind of go over my products from moisturizer to foundation and powders. I'll talk about concealers as well. I'm not going to talk about highlight, contour, anything like that, but we're going to start with moisturizer. Depending on the season, my skin can be oily or it can be dry, so it kind of just depends on what my skin is doing at that particular moment, what I'm going to use as far as a moisturizer. But my favorite moisturizers right now are the Release. I like this one for the winter because my skin is more dry, it gets flaky, and this helps a lot. I also like to have a slightly dewy look that I can't really do in the summer because I get oily. And what I will use is the Strobe Cream by MAC. And also I'll put on my moisturizer, then I'll put on the Strobe Cream mainly in here, here, and here, because I don't want an overall shine. I just kind of want to brighten the high points of my face, and so that my foundation doesn't look so powdery or too matte. I love a matte look, but I don't want it to look powdery matte. I want it to look more like skin and a very natural look. Sometimes I use a primer, sometimes I don't. Like for instance, today I did not. That is because it depends on what foundation I'm using and also what time of the year. Right now, like I said, my skin is pretty dry, and I've been using one of my favorite foundations, which is the Lancome. This is their 24-hour makeup foundation. I absolutely love, 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 love this foundation. Right now, this is my favorite foundation. I'm switching up between two, the Lancome and the Smashbox. Don't know where my top is, but this is the Studio Skin. The Lancome has both of them can be medium light, well, really light to full coverage. It kind of depends on how you layer them on. I don't like a full coverage look necessarily. I don't have anything really to hide. I just want to even my skin tone out for the most part, bring a little color to my face, and so these are excellent. There is more moisture I will feel in the Lancome. The Smashbox has more of a matte look. It doesn't, and it says it's hydrating. It's not a drying matte look. So it kind of depends. If you put something underneath and have a good moisture routine before putting it on, it's not going to be as matte. But these two are my favorites right now. As far as other favorite options, I love NARS. Now this is the Luminous. I haven't bought this in a while. I don't even think it is the same anymore. Can't remember, but I love NARS foundation. This used to be my absolute favorite. I don't think there's anything in here, but I just held on to the bottle to remember the color, and it just kind of sits on my station. And what else? The Yves Saint Laurent. Clearly, I like that one because it's, I don't know if you can see, it's pretty much gone. But the only problem now is the color is too dark. This was fine for me in the summertime, and this is the Radiance Awakening foundation. So this would be more of a fave than anything else. And the two that I do not like the most are the Dior Skin, their Forever foundation. It also, I believe, is in the wrong color. This one seems a little light. The makeup artist that did my makeup was supposed to be a celebrity makeup artist. It was a horrible job. It was a horrible makeup experience. I hate going to makeup counters, but even I want somebody else to do my makeup, and I just gave him free range. everything was wrong, including the foundation. He didn't put the foundation on. When they helped me to pick out the color in the store, the lighting was really weird. It didn't come over. It was all kinds of wrong. But I haven't used this a whole lot. I use it every now and then. It isn't a full coverage. It is a light to medium coverage foundation, which is fine if the color was in the right shade. So I don't know. I'll probably have to try it again. I'll try a different color and let you know. I have it in 040 and it's not my color. The other one that I like but I don't use a lot, I only use it if I'm doing some sort of where I definitely want full coverage matte photo shoot. It's on the lower price range, a lot lower price range than the foundations that I normally wear. The foundations that I normally wear, like the Lancome, the Dior, the YSL, all of those are around $65 or something like that. I think they're around $60. Wrong, I'll put some links down below. But it's the Studio Fix, which is a staple by MAC, by a lot of people, period, whether you're a makeup artist or just someone who enjoys makeup. It's nothing. I'm all about healthy skin, and I have a problem with the fact that MAC it clogs your pores, something awful. It doesn't give a natural look now, and it can be very cakey if not done properly. And a lot of girls kind of just pack it on, and it's not right. So I do have it. I wear it in C45. I wear it every now and then. I can't tell. I've had this for a little while. I used it. I don't use it on a regular basis. Probably the last time that I used it was for my Halloween makeup look. It's just not an everyday makeup for me because I want to keep my skin healthy. A lot of the girls that you see that wear MAC every day, they take their makeup off and their skin they're so aged, and it's really bad. So I never refer this to anybody for everyday use. It's just not good for you. Now on to concealers. My favorite concealer of all times right now. I do like the MAC concealer. It kind of highlights and conceals all in one. It does a great job. It doesn't give me any creasing. It is very heavy though, however. And if you wear a lot of heavy products, it's just going to age you more quickly. It's going to get into your pores and the lines and just bring out a bunch of stuff that you don't want. So my favorite concealer that also does an excellent job is the Radiant Cream Concealer by NARS. And I get the Biscuit, which is a medium dark one. I like it because it highlights and conceals. It's close to my complexion, and it's not too light. It's a little bit lighter than what I would use to be exactly my complexion, but it is my favorite. The only thing I don't like about it is that it doesn't last long. So I have to buy it more often. There is one by Tarte that I want to try, and I'll probably pick that up today because I'm out of this. So my backups are the LA Girl Pro, and I get this one in medium beige. I use this at work. I have like the whole set that I use at work. It does an excellent job. It's fine for, regular jobs. It's fine for every day. It's actually a really good concealer for a really cheap price. As far as low-end concealers, this would be my favorite. Then I've also used the NYX Got You Covered concealer. This one is in tan. It is definitely full coverage. It's a cream concealer. It's waterproof. It's extremely thick. Not good for me during the summertime because, again, I get oily, and this is a very, very thick, heavy full coverage concealer. So it gets the job done. But yeah, you definitely want to set all of your concealer, but especially this. You definitely want to set your concealer regardless, but this is a good one if you really want some full coverage concealer and your skin isn't too oily, it can handle it, this will work. I do use this in the winter time, not so much in the summer. I bought it just to try. I brought a couple different shades, and it actually is pretty good. It's just a little too heavy because I don't want, you know, so much heaviness under my eyes. It's a very delicate part of your face. As far as concealers that are that I use for like my eyebrows, I like MAC. I do use their concealers for my eyebrows. I would not put this under my eyes. I will spot, you know, for clients. This is what I normally use for clients because I don't need all these colors. But this is the Pro Conceal and Correct palette. I have it in dark, and I have the medium deep. So those two. But I mainly use them again just for the eyebrows. If there was something extremely dark that I wanted to cover, like the mole on my nose, but I would not put these under my eyes. Some girls do. Again, it's just too heavy. It's too much. The color that I use is the MC42. Because with concealer you want to go a little lighter than what would be your actual color. You want to kind of highlight. I like to highlight and conceal all in the same time. I don't like to pack on too many layers. Another low-end or drugstore concealer that I like is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. It's the for dark circles, and that is this one right here. And it does a really good job in, again, you're gonna set it with the powder, but so it doesn't crease. It highlights and conceals all in one step, and it does conceal very well. I have clearly used it. It's pretty much almost all gone, but it does last a long time. The color that I use personally is Honey. It's a little light, but I'd set it with a powder, which I'm going to show you now, so you kind of don't know the difference. So as far as my setting powders, immediately after I put on my concealer, I use a powder. And I have two favorites, and that is the Sasha Buttercup setting powder, which is what I'm wearing today. I like it because it has a yellow tint, but it doesn't have that yellow tint, the light yellow tint like the banana powder. Let's see the difference here. This one is more, I can use it on women of color. It's easier because and this one on lighter complexions, it does a better job. Both of them I like, both of them I have in my kit. But my other favorite, Laura Mercier, and this is a staple that I have, the translucent powder in my kit as far as work. I use it at home as well. Sometimes I just want a brighter finish, so I'll use the Buttercup, and like today I wanted more of a glow. Laura Mercier can tend to be, it does blend in very well. It's a translucent powder, but doesn't give you that glow and that pop that I get from the Buttercup. So just depending on the day, I'll use either one, just depending on my look or what I'm trying to achieve. These are my two favorites. You can use this one all over the face to set. I typically do not, but you can. And I do not set with a powder all over my face. Normally, if I did, I would use the Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC or the blot powder by MAC. The blot powder is just a translucent powder, and I'll just kind of lightly dust it on my face in order to set my makeup. I normally do not set my entire face because once I set my highlight, I go in and I do my contour, which pretty much takes care of the rest of my face. So with some sort of powder all over my face anyway, I don't go through and stack any more products on top of that. Again, less is more. You don't have to have 12 layers of makeup in order to have that perfect glowing skin look. You want it to look light skin. You want it to look natural. That is the most important thing, and that should be the base of all of your makeup looks. Next important thing his eyebrows, and I will do that in a different video. But that is pretty much all I use, or at least my favorites for my everyday makeup routine. The only other thing I may do is do a setting spray. If it looks like it's a little too dry, a little too matte, Mario Badescu, the facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water, and I'll just mist my entire face with that, and it helps to loosen the makeup a little bit. I didn't use anything like that today. You can use Fix Plus. And if I actually want to set the makeup look, like I know I'm gonna be sweating or hot or something like that, and what I use on my brides is I will use the Scandinavia setting spray. I have the bridal setting spray because I do a lot of photo shoots and weddings, so I kind of want to make it as set and perfect as possible so it does not move. But I don't use that on myself. If you want to know what primers that I do use, since I didn't talk about because I don't use them a whole lot during this time of the year, but I like the MAC Prep and Prime. That's a staple for my makeup bag. That and Scandinavia are the two main primers I use on the job. At home, I'll normally use the Benefit Professional. This is the Matte Rescue. It's more of a gel consistency. And then I also have the Perfection by Lorac. I don't use this as much, but I use it because I have it and I just don't want to waste the product. I normally go for the Professional. A little bit goes a long way, but again, it's just too much for the winter time. It just is too much. One of my least favorite, but a fan favorite on YouTube is the Nivea Post Shave Balm. I will break this out every now and then just to kind of give it another try in different scenarios, but it's not a favorite. It's not, I don't really see any great difference. It's something that I tried more when it was hot and I was doing a lot. It was really oily and it didn't really help a whole lot. So I really prefer the Professional versus this. But if you want to get something that is $5 versus probably $20, $25, I guess, then I guess you could do the Nivea and it may work for you. It's just not a favorite for me. Bottles close to full. A little bit goes a long way. I mean, you can use this, I guess, over and over and over. It's a pretty nice size bottle. Didn't work for me. I was kind of disappointed. So that is pretty much it. I will have some new videos. I need to show you guys my new makeup studio, and I am super excited about it. So pretty. You can see like part of it in the back. The couch is getting ready to be changed out. I ordered something new that will be here Friday. I'm so excited, and I'm gonna be doing just a lot more tutorial or before and after videos on makeup and hair and posting them, having some clients come into my new home studio so we can do some fun videos, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.